Hello, I'm Mike Bennett and I'm from InsideTraxs.co.uk. I've been watching and been involved in racing for more than 30 years, and I've started a new website to share some facts that insiders know about that will help just the ordinary punter bet smarter. So today I'm going to focus on the Oaks and the Derby coming up at the end of the week. The Oaks is on Friday at 4:30 on June the 1st, and the Derby is a day later, June the 2nd, also at 4:30. Now, at Epsom, over 1 mile 4 furlongs, which both these races are run over, the inside drawn stall 1 is in fact known as the coffin stall. It's surprising, but no horse has won a 1 mile and 4 furlong race on Epsom Oaks and Derby Day for the last 10 years. Now, you might say this is just a coincidence, but in fact, if you took the bookies' odds, the bookies would have expected at least 3 winners from stall 1. So is this just bad luck, or is there a reason behind it? Well, of course, there's a straightforward reason behind it, and I think I'm going to go into that just briefly now for you. So if I take you back to the Derby last year, and we have a quick look at the start. Clearly, we have stall 1 down here on the right, and we have stall 19. There were 18 runners, one non-runner, but 19 was a stall which runner came from. I think it's pretty obvious to anyone can see that there is a major slope going down here. If you take this chap's the top of his head, he can go across here and he would be down at ground level or below ground level. So there's a good 10 to 15 foot drop from stall 19 to stall 1. So in large fields, stall 1 is pushed further and further down the hill. So in large fields, stall 1 is right down the hill. Now, that means that stall 1 has to get up this 15 feet to even get to being competitive with stall 19. What's more, in the first furlong and a half, they go uphill to a right-hand bend, which means that stall 1 has to track right across the track in order to get to that right-hand bend on a par with others. So initially, anyone drawn low who wants to be competitive needs to put in more effort. Now, we'll just run this VT, and you'll see that here are the two in stall 1 and stall 2. Now, they're well exposed, which is not great for a 3-year-old. Or any horse for that matter. And secondly, they're pushing very hard. There's Anastasia O'Brien who's pushing very hard to get herself competitive by this first right-hand bend. And you'll see also as she comes across, she's still pushing quite hard in order to be competitive with the horse that actually has come out of stall 19. So this is the reason why any horse that is drawn low, in order to be up with the leaders, needs to put in a lot more effort, both going up the hill. They're also exposed on the wing of the group of horses, and they are having to travel across the course to get into the same position as those in a higher draw. So I think you can see quite clearly that if your horse is drawn 1, it has a lot more to do just to be at an even keel. So in other words, this isn't a level playing field for your horse. The next thing I want to just show you is that in races where there are a large number of horses, which in fact is the races over 1 mile 4 furlongs on Oaks and Derby Day, if we look at the last 32 runnings over 10 years, no race has less than 9 runners. That's what you want. You want anything, a race over 9 runners. The most common number is 12, and the average number of runners is 13. And in that situation, where do the winners come from? Well, nearly 70% of all winners come from between stall 3 and stall 9. So I think it's clear to anyone that there is a disadvantage, a major disadvantage in being drawn low, certainly in stall 1, and that your horse is exposed, that it has to go uphill, and in very large fields it has to go up quite a long way uphill. And it has to travel further, which means that if I'm you and my horse is in stall 1, I wouldn't bet on it. I'd probably lay that horse. Even if it's favourite, I'd lay that horse. I'd be looking for a horse between stall 3 and stall 9 that I fancied, and I'd be betting on that. So hopefully you will have found that fact useful. It might save you some money if your horses install one, and it might even have directed you towards a winner. If it does, great. If you want more facts such as this, then please make your way to InsideTraxs.co.uk, where I'll be sharing not only facts about tracks, about draws, about going, about trainers, but I'll also be giving you tips, and free, and I'll also be giving you an insight into how to get free bets out of the bookmakers. So all that, sign up, and I'll be providing that over the next few months. Thanks very much for listening. I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye.